Join us on a journey through the heart of this beautiful city as we delve into its rich culture, iconic landmarks like this spinning head of Franz Kafka, and picturesque landscapes. Prague has three main districts: Old Town, New Town, and Lesser Town. Our trip begins in the vibrant streets of what's known as New Town. Wenceslas Square is the commercial and administrative centre of the city. La Repubblica restaurant was a lovely little pub, which was close to our hotel. The atmosphere was great, and the inside was lovely and authentic, and felt like something from the 1940s. There was a live jazz band playing music which added to the atmosphere. The Charles Bridge is a renowned world-famous landmark in Prague. It's famous for its Gothic-style architecture and multitude of unique statues along its length. It connects the Old Town with Lesser Town and the castle. This pedestrian bridge is filled with musicians, painters, artists, and tourists. The Hard Rock Cafes is situated in the four-story VJ Rock building. It was a famous Prague hardware store with a beautifully decorated facade. You could say it's gone from hardware to hard rock. When exploring the Lesser Town area, it is worth a visit to the Lennon Wall for a quick stop. The Lennon Wall, or John Lennon Wall, has been covered in graffiti. This once typical wall has been filled with John Lennon-inspired graffiti, lyrics from Beatles songs, and designs relating to local and global causes. This one relates to the war in the Ukraine. The wall became a battleground for those seeking freedom and the Soviets who refused to give it to them. Eventually, after the Soviets left, people turned the wall into a space for self-expression. Prague acquired the nickname, the City of 100 Spires. This, my friends, is incorrect. Estimates place the actual number of spires, towers, turrets and steeples in Prague to anything ranging from 500 to over 1,000. Touching the plaque on the Charles Bridge is supposed to bring good luck and ensure your return to Prague, so don't pass by without giving it a gentle rub. So, venture across the iconic Charles Bridge. It's a symbol of Prague's rich history and architectural splendor. Adorned with statues of saints and offering breathtaking views of the city skyline, the bridge is a photographer's paradise. A real curiosity in this wonderful city is the Narrowest Street. It's a really narrow street that brings you down to a tavern by the river and offers great views of the river. Human traffic flow is controlled by a set of traffic lights. But if you're in the lesser town, it's worth checking out. It's easy to miss this street, but you can find it in the link below, to Google Maps in the description, along with all the other places in Prague we mention in this video. A 2-minute walk further on brings you to this rather unusual sculpture. In fact, it's 2 bronze sculptures in the courtyard of Herget Brickworks having a pee. It is called the Peeing Figures, and it is 2 men having a pee in a pool in the shape of the Czech Republic. They can rotate their hips and raise their tail so that the water stream apparently writes letters on the surface of the water. We took the 1-hour cruise on the River Vltava and thoroughly enjoyed it. This cruise was the perfect break. It allowed us to continue to explore the beautiful city while comfortably sitting in the sunshine and out of the chilling wind. We enjoyed a drink from the bar while the city passed by. There was an audio guide of what we were seeing, so we just sat back and enjoyed the view. The Old Town is among the oldest and most beautiful district in the Czech capital of Prague. At the core of the historical centre is Old Town Square, which started life as a marketplace in the 10th century and has been the site for many political and cultural events that have shaped the history of Prague. Centre stage is the Old Town Hall, featuring the famous astronomical clock. On every hour, people gather in the Old Town, in front of a clock, to watch it show and marvel at its engineering that never fails to mesmerize with its intricate design and hourly show. It's known as the Walk of the Apostles. It's an hourly show of moving figures and other sculptures. Legend has it that the clockmaker was blinded by the Prague councillors so that he could never repeat his magnificent work. In turn, he disabled the clock, and no one was able to repair it for the next 100 years. That's all the thanks you get for producing what has become one of the world's most famous clocks. This is the head of Franz Kafka, also known as the statue of Kafka. It's an outdoor kinetic sculpture by David Czerny, depicting Bohemian German language writer Franz Kafka. It was installed in 2014 outside of the Quadrio shopping mall in Prague. The statue rotates for 15 minutes every hour, from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. As our journey comes to an end, take one last stroll through the charming streets of Prague, savouring the sights, sounds, and flavours of this timeless city. Reflect on the memories made and the stories shared, knowing that Prague will always hold a special place in your heart. So whether you're marvelling at the intricate beauty of the astronomical clock, crossing the historic Charles Bridge, or simply soaking in the ambience of a local cafe, Prague promises to enchant and inspire at every turn. Come explore this magical city for yourself and discover why it truly is the jewel of Central Europe. Wander through the charming streets lined with pastel-coloured buildings and ornate facades, soaking in the atmosphere of this historic quarter.